Hello and welcome to another session for IGCSE Math. Today I'm solving paper 2 of the specimen papers. For the first time, IGCSE Math will have a non-calculator exam, but not to worry, we have lots of practice resources. I will be posting them as I go on. Let's begin. You have a list of formulas right at the start that are given to you, and you can go through them. Okay, let me just fix a couple of things and then we'll begin. Okay, yeah, I have everything in front of me now. Let's start. So the first question says 0.01 squared. So I think that is easy. You multiply 0.01. Remember that you need as many decimal places as when the number together. So I have 4 decimal places. So my answer should be 0.001. Remember, these 1 mark questions are just about getting the answer right. There's no need for working. Okay, when you have 4 significant figures, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you round this one off. Okay, so this should become 57.40. Okay, so the marking scheme says CAO. That means the correct answer only. You cannot get wrong answer on this one. Okay, it says Amy changes 250 euros into dollars. So euros into dollars, 1.10. You have 250 here, you put an X there and you cross multiply. So 250 into 1.10. So 152. Okay, I'm doing as many calculations as I can possibly show you. So that's $275. The sign is already there, so I just need to write the answer. Question 4 says the diagram shows 2 triangles ABD and ADC. BDC is a straight line, AB equals to AC, angle ABD equals to 61. I see an isosceles triangle in front of me, so I know that this angle is also going to be 61 degrees. Work out the angle DAC. So that is what I want you to work out. I think that's simple. I've already solved it for you. X plus 81 plus 61 should give me 180. X plus 80 plus 60 is 140. That's 142. 180 minus 142. Okay, that should give you 38. That's the correct answer. Moving quickly on to question number 5. Let's convert 0.17 meter square into centimeter square. Now I know that 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So I'm going to multiply by 100 twice. Why? Because I have a square attached to it. Okay, so that is going to give me 1700. 4 decimal places forward. Okay, the mass of a solid metal cube is 4 kgs. And the volume of the cuboid is 600 centimeter cube. Calculate the density of the metal, giving your answer in grams per centimeter cube. So 4 kgs is 4000 grams. The density is equals to mass over volume. Cancel out. Let's see how many cancel out. So I'm getting 40 over 6. And can I reduce that? That's 20 over 3. It's your choice if you want to give me a mixed number or an improper fraction. Both are acceptable. Okay, the next question is from vectors. I think that's relatively simple. So 3 plus 24 and minus 2 minus 10. 27 and minus 12. Yeah, I will have to quickly check. Yep, now those are the correct answers. Then it says magnitude of magnitude. So magnitude has the formula x squared plus y squared. I get minus 12 squared plus 5 squared. That should give me 144 plus 25. 169. So you should remember your roots, and that's 13. Okay, 13 square is 169. Question number 8. Give your answer in exact form. Exact form means I need to leave it in terms of pi. I don't need to simplify it. The diagram shows a semicircle with diameter 9. Calculate the total perimeter. Perimeter is the sum of all boundaries. That's half of the semicircle. So I'm going to say 2 pi r divided by 2 plus the diameter 9. So what is my radius? My radius is 4.5. 4.5 plus 9. That should be my final answer. I'll write that as it is. Okay. It says in a sequence, find T5. Let's see what's happening in the sequence. That was a -5. That was another -5. That was another -5. Another -5 should give me -3. This is what we call a linear or an arithmetic sequence, and the formula for the nth term is given by a plus n minus 1 times t. So a, that's the first term, and d, which is the common difference. That's 22 minus 5n. Okay, as a mixed number in its simplest form, I think that's easy too. So first I change this into improper fractions. 3 into 2 gives me 6. 6 plus 2 gives me 8. So that's 8 over 3. Then that's 7 over 2. I take a common denominator, 6. So I'll have to multiply this by 2, and I'll have to multiply this by 3. 37 over 6. Changing this to a mixed fraction means that I have to do this. So 6 whole 1 over 6. Find this value of 64 pi over 2 over 3. Now there are two ways of doing it. One is, if you remember your squares and cubes, you could simply say that 64 is 4 cube. Okay, and that should give you 4 square, and which is 16 at the end. If you don't know that, what you do is you'd take 64 to prime factorization, and you try to bring it down to 1. Okay, so that's cube root of 64, so that's 6 2's. Cube root of 64 would give me 1 to that side, and then another group of 2's, so that would give me cube root of 4 is 64. No. And 4 square, which is then again 16. Okay, work out your answer in standard form. Now these are questions that might bother you a lot, so please pay close attention to them, because if you're used to doing these with a calculator, the no calculator part is tough now. The numbers multiply with themselves. 7.1 into 2 gives me 14.4. 14.2, my bad. 14.2. And since these bases are the same, their powers get added. So 10 power minus 15 plus 3. So that gives me 10 power minus 12. But you see, this answer is not in standard form. Okay, if this answer is not in standard form, you need to take a decimal back and increase the power. Okay, so that's going to become 1.42 into 10 power minus 11. There's a more detailed video on my channel for you to watch for standard form, and I think if you have never done these before, you should be watching them. Okay, then for addition, what you simply try to do is you try to figure out what's common between these two. I see 10 power 6, and although 5.2 is also common, so 5.2 into 10 power 6, that's common. So what am I left with? I'm left with 10 plus 1. Oh, that's going to mess it up. So okay, let's try to do with just 10 power common. So 10 power 6, I get 5.2 into 10 power 1 plus 5.2 into 1. That gives me 52 plus 5.2. 10 power 6, 57.2. And then I again change it to standard form, so 10 power 7. Okay, those are 2 more questions. You will certainly get marks for working there. Calculate the number of sides of a polygon with interior angle 162. I don't think this formula is given up here. No, there isn't a formula for that. The formulas are majorly for mensuration and trigonometry. So the formula for the sum of interior angles is n minus 2 into 180. But if you want one interior angle of a regular polygon, it's basically n minus 2 into 180 divided by n. Okay, so I want to calculate the number of sides. I'm going to say n minus 2 into 180 divided by n equals to 162. Now, a bit of complicated algebra there. 180n minus 360 equals to 162n. 18n equals to 360, n equals to 20. Okay, the range, mode, median, mean of 5 positive integers are all equal to 10. Find one possible set of 5 of these integers. The range, mode, median, and mean of 5 positive integers. Okay, their sum has to be 50. And the median has to be the middle number, so that has to be 10. Okay. Now I know that if I want this to be the mode as well, I need at least 2 10s. Okay, so they both must appear in this. Since I'm doing this in ascending order, I've calculated the median. Okay, so in order to keep the mean as 10, I need to keep the sum as 50. So let's say I use 8 here and 6 here, and this is just merely me guessing numbers. I don't think there is a way of figuring this out without guessing. Okay, so what's the sum right now? 6 and 8, 14, 14 and 2. Basically the idea is if I keep all of these as 10, although the mean is 10 and the median is 10, the range is not 10. Okay, so in order to keep the range as 10, what I will have to do is, okay, I think that's the simpler way of doing it. If I want to keep the range as 10, I will have to change this last number. How do I get a range of 10? The sum must be 20. So I can either keep 15 and 5, or I can keep 18 and 2 as well. I think that should also work. No, not 18 and 2, 15 and 5 works. What other numbers can I keep? No, I can't keep any other numbers, because if I keep 14 and 4, that doesn't add up to 50 overall. Okay, so that's, I think, one set of numbers that I could get done. You could have other answers as well. There are other answers in the marking scheme that could work as well, but I told you of one way of thinking about it, and that is simply to keep the middle number as 10 and then try to keep the mode as 10. I kept as many 10s as possible. I was not meeting one of the conditions. That means I wasn't able to keep the range as the same, but so that's why I changed 5 and 15. Okay, they sum to 20, so whatever number sums up to 20 and gives you the desired range. Okay, so the next one is a transformation. This is a rotation, so it's going to be a little tough. I can see that it's a 90-degree rotation, and this point seems to have gone here, so I can say it's a clockwise rotation. The tough part in this question is to find out what the center of rotation is, and the only way of finding out center of rotation is to draw perpendicular bisectors between corresponding sets of points. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line here and say that this is the perpendicular bisector. I can then remove the original image object line. Now I'm approximately drawing the perpendicular bisectors. What you should be doing on the exam is trying to draw them with the help of a compass. Okay. Okay, this line has the same perpendicular bisector. That's a little challenging. Yeah, let's draw this one then. Okay, I will find it difficult to draw it without a ruler and a compass. So let's open up my ruler. Okay, so how much is this length? I'm going to try to draw it approximately. That's 5.1. So approximately 2.6, 2.55. Okay. My gut feeling is that it's going to pass somewhere from here, so I can sort of guess that this should be the center of rotation. That was a tough one. You will see more detailed videos on the channel. Okay, 4-3. And this next question is about a cumulative frequency graph. Let's see what it says. It says find the median. So how many do I have in total? 400. So I'm going to draw a dotted line at 200 and see what the median is. This number, that's 30 centimeters. So I'm going to go on and write 30 centimeters. The interquartile range is first quartile minus the last quartile. So I think between 80 and 120 I'm going to find on the 100th observation I'm going to find quartile 1. The quartile 1 looks like it might be somewhere between, I think quartile 1 bucks is 2, so it's about 17 centimeters. And quartile 3, upper quartile, which is 1/4, 3/4 of the 400. So that's about 37. Okay, I'm doing 1/4 of the 400 observations and 3/4 of the 400 observations. Okay, so that's giving me 200 and 300. I think that's simple. Then interquartile range is simply 37 minus 17, so that gives me 20. Then I want the 80th percentile, so 80% of 400 gives me 320. Okay, then again, that's in the middle. 39, I think. I don't have to be in the border with my line is getting rounded off a little, so 39 is the right number. The number of plants with a height greater than 60 centimeters. You go from here and you're ending right up in the middle of somewhere. Okay, so that's a little above 360. I have one box is 4 units, I think. No, even more, I think. 8 units. So that's starting from 364 and going up to 400. So how many plants? 400 minus 364 gives me 36 plants. Okay, I hope everybody can do the calculations on the graph. That's something that I will explain in a more detailed video on statistics. Okay, the heights are shown in the frequency table. Complete the histogram to show this information. So whenever you're plotting a histogram, you need frequency density, which is frequency divided by class width. So 120 divided by 20, that gives me 6, and that's what's plotted. Yes. Okay, frequency is 80, the class width is 10. 8. So the next bar has to be a height of 8, and it goes up to 30 only. Then again, so 124 divided by 10 gives me 12.4. That's 12.4. 40, 76. So 76 divided by 40. Now, since I don't have a calculator, I will have to do this manually. So 38, 20, 19, and 10. That gives me easy 1.9. Okay, question number 17. The diagram shows a cyclic quadrilateral ABCD, BD and AC intersect at X. Angle BAD equals to 74 degrees and angle BCA equals to 34 degrees. Find angle BDA. Okay, I am looking for this angle. Now, whenever I am doing these questions, my general tendency is to find as many angles as possible. I think this is a simple one. This seems at 34, so this should also be 34. Okay, and then this is also a cyclic quadrilateral, so I can also figure out this angle because I see a quadrilateral there. So 180 equals to 74 plus 34 plus whatever that angle is. Okay, so 100 and 108, 72. So that's 72. I can also figure out this one. I don't know if I'll want it, but I can figure it out. What's 34 plus 74? Okay, that should also be 72, right? Because you see this angle, and then from the same chord there's another angle, so 72. Okay, let's see what we wanted. I have found out a lot of angles. Angle BCD. So that should be a total of 180 or 72 and 34. That's 106. Okay, yeah, that's correct. Angle EBD, I've already found that. That's 72. Okay, so that's always going to work. You find out as many angles on the circle properties questions and you'll be able to do it. Okay, so in the triangle ADX is similar to BCX. ADX is similar to BCX. Okay. Why? Because they have this one angle in common. I don't know what that angle is. Let's call that x only. Okay. So what else am I given? BC equals to 4.5. AD equals to 9. CX equals to 3.3. Okay, let's erase the other angles so that I'm not confused. Okay, so how this works is you look at the side and you look at the angle and the opposite side. So 4.5 to 9 is the ratio that I'm looking at. What am I trying to find? I'm trying to find XD. So I am trying to find this side called Y. Okay, what is this opposite to? It's opposite to this third angle that I have in 34 corresponds to this side. Sorry, not this side. 34 corresponds to AX. So 3.3 is going to be the leftover side. 3.3 is in the smaller triangles. I'm going to say 3.3 over Y. So I figured out the ratio. That's 1:2. So Y equals to 3.3 into 2. That's 6.6. Okay, how similar triangles works is simple. You look at the angle and then you look at the opposite side. So 9 and 4.5 are corresponding. BX and AX would be corresponding. So the leftover side is DX and CX. Okay, so XD equals to 6.6. Then we have functions. I think that's simple. F of minus 3 is simply 3 times 3 minus 2 times minus 3. Gives me 3 plus 6, which is 9. GF of minus 3. So first you calculate, you can do it both ways. You can go with GF of x, or you can just say what I'm going to calculate is f of minus 3. I've already found that, which is 9. So what is g of 9 then? 2 times 9 plus 3 gives me 21. Inverses are simple. You try to make x the subject. Okay, so you can write f inverse of x is basically 3 minus x divided by 2. G of x is 7, so I will have to construct g of x. Okay, that's my first step. That's my second step. I want this to be equals to 7, so 4x plus 6 plus 3 equals to 7. So 4x equals to minus 2x equals to minus half. H inverse of x equals to 5. Okay, now I don't have h inverse of x, I have h of x. Here we use the property that says that the x and y values are swapped for inverses. So if this is the y value for the inverse, here it's going to be the x value for the normal function. So this is basically 2 power 5, which is 32. Okay, this is a concept that you should know. Moving on, root of 32, I don't know what root of 32 is. I'll have to break this up. 2 times 16, 2 times 8, 2 times 4, 2 times 2, 2 times 1. Okay, so square roots, so 2 2's come outside, so it basically becomes 4 root 2. 2 from here and 2 from here. So 2 into 2 is outside and a 2 is left inside, that's here. Similarly, go on and simplify 98. 2 times 49, 7 times 7, 7 times 1. So these 7's come outside. One group of 7's. There were 2 groups of 2 2's earlier. So 4 root 2 plus 7 root 2. That gives me 11 root 2. Okay, then rationalize the denominator. How you rationalize is you multiply with the conjugate. So root 2 minus 1 and root 2 minus 1. So root 2 minus 1 over a square minus b square. I can see that happening in the denominator. A plus b into a minus b. 2 minus 1. So root 2 minus 1. Okay, y is inversely proportional to 1 over root x. So y equals to k over root x, 8, 4. A very weird answer, but I think that's the correct answer. Okay. Okay, then it says in this question, all measurements are in centimeters. Blah, blah, blah. The area of the rectangle is 11 and the area of the rectangle is 39. I done an expression in terms of x for the height of the rectangle. X plus 1 into h plus 2 equals to 39. X plus 1 equals to 39 over h plus 2. That's 39 over h plus 2 minus 1 is an expression for, oh, in terms of x. I've done it the other way around. So h plus 2 equals to 39 over x plus 1. 39 over x plus 1 minus 2. Okay. That says show that this. How would I show? I would use the other area. I would say half base into height. Okay, that's not the base and height. That's the base and height. Half into x into h. So xh equals to 22. Now, what is h? H is 39 over x plus 1 minus 2 equals to 22. That's 39x over x plus 1 minus 2x equals to 22. Okay, and there are two ways of doing this. I can okay, there's a mistake here. I just wanted the height of the rectangle. So the height of the rectangle is h plus 2. I would do that. But in case I'm using h in the next thing, I would have to do this. Then you cross multiply. Okay. Then you expand the brackets. So 2x squared plus 24x minus 39x plus 22. Okay. By factorizing and solving. So that's a longer question. So you multiply 2 by 22, you get 44. You try to come up with factors that would break down into 15. It doesn't divide by 4. No, it doesn't divide by 3. 44 doesn't go into 3. It goes into 4, but that's not useful either. Yeah, that is useful in fact. I need to get 15, not 5. Otherwise, what was happening in my head. So you factor out 2x, you get x minus 2 minus 11x minus 2 equals to 0, x minus 2 and 2x minus 11 equals to 0. So x equals to 2 or 2x equals to 11 and x equals to 11 over 2. And the two possible heights of the triangle, so I want to find out the values of h. H is basically 39 over x plus 1, 2 plus 1 minus 2. So that's 39 divided by 3 is 13. 13 minus 2 is 11. So one of the heights is 11. 5-mark question. And I have 11 over 2. So 39 over 13 over 2 minus 2. So 39 multiplied by 2 over 13. Now since all of this has to be done with the calculator, that's what I'm showing you the calculations. So that gives me 6 minus 2, that is 4. Space is a little constrained here. Okay, height is 4 or 11. Going on to the next question, find the exact value of x. So I think you are expected to remember what sine 30 is then, or cos 30 is. Cos 30 is 8 over x, and with it cos 30 is root 3 over 2. So I get x root 3 equals to 16, and x equals to 16 divided by root 3. You can give that as a final answer, that would work, since this is an exact value, although you should rationalize and then do it. Okay. So I get 25 minus x. Yep, that is the correct answer. Okay, then we have the completed square form. Now I am used to doing the completed square form in a set way, and that is using comparison, and I would encourage you to do the same rather than trying to figure out other ways. So what I've done is I've expanded this and have this equal. Now I'm going to do a comparison. I'm going to say that the first term should have the coefficients that are equal. So x square's coefficient must match x square's coefficient on the left hand side. Then minus 4 must match minus 2a. A should be equals to 2. And then 7 should match the coefficient and constants on the other side. So a square plus b. So 7 equals to 2 square plus b. B equals to 3. So I get x minus 2 whole square plus 3. I've done the coordinates of the turning point, so this form tells you the coordinates of the turning point. So those are 2, 3. Okay, that expression in the bracket gives you the x coordinate when you equate it to 0, and the number written outside is the y coordinate. Okay, 25. The area of the larger shape is this, and the area of the smaller shape is this. The height of the larger shape is 9, and the height of... Okay, the heights squared should give you the area. Basically, L1 over L2 squared equals to A1 divided by A2. So L1 is 9, L2 is x, A1 is 36, A2 is 25. So 81x square. So 81 into 25 divided by equals to 36 into x square. Now at this point I would encourage you not to multiply and instead think about multiplying at the end once you've taken a root. So what is the root of 81? You know that that's equals to 9. So the root of 25, that's 5. Root of 36, that's 6, equals to x. So 45 divided by 6 is my final answer. I can reduce it a little. 15 over 2. Okay, then we have the last question, I think. Yeah, that is the last question. Let's see what it says. It says that's the function of x. On the diagram, sketch the values of f of x for x's between -3 and 4. So I should know where this curve starts from and where it's intersecting the x-axis right now. Okay, so where does the curve start from? I will have to plug in f of -3. So I'm going to get -3, -3 plus 2, and -3, -3. Okay, so 18 into -1 gives me -18. So I'm at this point then, starting from here, and I think ending there. When I plug in 4, I get 4 into 6 into 1. That's 24. So I got to end here somewhere. Okay, what are the x-intercepts? That's easy. Either this equals to 0, or that equals to 0, or that equals to 0. X equals to -2 and x equals to 3. I'm going to label the axis as much as I can. I don't know if this is accurate, and I could possibly do a ruler. I don't know for sure. No, my graph doesn't seem accurate that way. Maybe it's accurate on the actual graph. I'll have to turn around my tablet for this to fit. No, it's still not fitting. Maybe that's how it's going to fit. Okay, now I will have to do this approximately, I think, because I don't think that's working out. So -1, I think that should work. -1, -2, and -3. So the graph is going to come like that, turn somewhere, and then 0, and then again at 3, I think. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is what the approximate graph should look like. Correct sketch and -203 indicated on the x-axis. That's what I've indicated without going beyond intersections with x-axis. Yeah, I think I get full marks for this one. And since it expand and simplify, so I'm going to first expand the first two things. So I've multiplied x inside, and then I get x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x squared minus 6x. X cubed minus x squared minus 6x. Then here's the point 1,6. The tangent to the graph y equals to f of x at A meets the y-axis at B. Okay. Find the coordinates of B. Now, this is a good 5-mark question because this is differentiation. Y equals to x cubed minus x squared minus 6x. So dy by dx gets me 3x squared minus 2x minus 6. Then when I plug in the A I get my gradient, which is -5. Okay, then I construct the equation of the tangent. I have a habit of using the formula y minus y1 mx minus x1. If you're used to doing something different, that's up to you. That's absolutely fine as long as you get the same equation that I am. Okay, find the chord meets the y-axis at B, so that's 0, comma y. So y. Okay, that brings us to the end of the exam. I will see you with another set of past paper questions in the next video. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to Edge Learning, where we are changing dreams into success stories. Let's go! At Edge Learning, we offer courses to help you excel. Whether you're preparing for the SAT, aiming for IBA and LUMS, need O and Alevel tuition, or IELTS coaching, we have the right program for you. Forget about boundaries. We offer learning anywhere, anytime. Our expert tutors provide personalized attention in various batch sizes and one-on-one sessions, along with pre-exam review workshops to ensure you perform your best on test day. Join us at Edge Learning and take the first step towards turning your dreams into reality. So what are you waiting for? Register now or call us.